already talking about NCAA, so I want to make sure that we get this out of the way and we know all of the information. So let's look at Dynasty and Road to Glory. The first mode that I'm playing, the best song on the album, yeah, I think it's either Cheers or Outside. I played another one too though. But Cheers or Outside, both of those are tough. But album is fire. I'm telling you that album is tough. I wish we did a listening party because we streamed that day, but we just forgot he dropped music. We definitely should have did a listening party. But the first mode that I'm playing when I get on this game, besides play now, because I will. Nah, I know I'm gonna be live. When I get live on this game, the first thing I gotta do, I'm gonna make a Road to Glory character. Like, I honestly think, just for the sake of everything, we might make Rusty Jones. We might bring Rusty Jones to NCAA. We gotta show how he became a beast. Might bring Rusty, bro. He'll be a 2-star. Rusty Jones is a 5-star. You watch your mouth. It ain't no Busty. A beast, Busty. Yo, that's Jesus. Rusty is a 5-star player. Yo, HB, appreciate you for the goddamn braid. Rusty's a 5-star player. All right, but let's see what they're talking about on these modes.
Let's talk about Dynasty mode and Road to Glory for EA Sports College Football 25. Now, as many of you know, I was down at EA last week and got to play the game. I talked about it in my video yesterday. Now, I was told that there were only certain things that I could talk about yesterday, but
hey, I'm keeping it 100, y'all. I am going to be posting NCAA throughout the year. All right. I think I might do a You say you hope? Oh, I hope not, Cash. Absolutely not. Now, I'm gonna be posting NCAA throughout the year. I might even do an offline Road to Glory player for my YouTube channel like that. But so make sure y'all tap into Trey TV. That's where we posting all of this throughout the year. Throughout the year, bro.
a lot of different writers on different sites. It appears maybe they were able to talk about more details yesterday than I was able to, so I'm going to cover some of the articles that were out there and kind of give my opinions on the news we've heard about Dynasty and Road to Glory. Now, today was also supposed to be the gameplay deep dive day. I have a lot of gameplay info to go over, but that did get delayed today. They're still finalizing some things that should be tomorrow on Friday, unless there's some other pushback, but I don't foresee that happening. There'll be tons of info to dive into tomorrow, every little last detail that you could want to know about gameplay, and I do believe this will be accompanied by a trailer that will show some actual gameplay. But as of today, this is all the footage we have so far, is just the early trailer and the screenshots. But tomorrow we should have a lot more footage to hopefully look at, and there's going to be a lot of detail to dive into. In terms of other modes like Dynasty and Road to Glory, EA is going to be doing their own deep dives on those later on, where there's going to be even more info and detail, and those should also be accompanied by trailers as well. But for today, we can dive into the details that some of the writers did put out on their websites from what they learned when they were at EA. Now, if you don't want to miss any of those other deep dives and gameplay footage that's going to be coming, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss those videos when they go live. I'm trying to get to 600k subs before the release of this game, and if everybody watching just subscribed, we can hit that number in a few days. The links to the articles I'm going to be referencing will be linked in the description.
You know what? What I might do is, maybe I'll do something like, for my streams, we might have Rusty Jones on the streams and then Zan Marino off stream. If y'all want Zan Marino back, or we could do like a little sippy cup, I don't know, or a little helmet. And then I know for the whichever we'll do on the stream, for the most part, I guess I'll let Daryl post those over there on Trey Live, and then my offline one I'll post on Trey TV. These names, classic names, huh? Sub Dynasty, that shit'll take too long. I ain't even gonna waste our time with that one. I ain't gonna lie, gangster.
Description below for you to check out. So let's start with the basics here for Dynasty mode. It says you'll be able to go 30 years deep into Dynasty like the old games.
What about Bust? You mean Rusty? Rusty Jones. I kind of want to make Rusty Jones first, to be honest. Rusty Jones, I want that to be my first player. It's not no Busty. Make it only like 5 subs, bro. No, that shit gonna take too long, bro. I'm super cool. I'm gonna leave it to y'all. Y'all let me know who in y'all leave. Ball out. Them wrong for leaving me 3 pieces of small chicken. I ain't gonna lie. After I cook the chicken, chat, I cook for the house. I like, hey, save me some food, y'all. You know these left me the 3 smallest chicken after I cooked. What the? I cooked. I come down there trying to, cause I'm smelling the food I cooked earlier. I'm like, damn, all right, let me go down there. Where the fuck is the rest of it? But I don't want to be too loud. That's why I'm eating chicken with a side of Cheez-Its. It wasn't nothing left. It wasn't nothing left. No sides left. Damn, chicken with a side of Cheez-Its. That's how it get done. Let's keep it going.
And you will have the ability to have 32 user-controlled teams in both online and offline dynasties. The online dynasty mode will not be available for crossplay, meaning you'll have to play with folks with the same console, at least for the first iteration of the game. They also brought back the ability to start your career as an offensive or defensive coordinator as well as a head coach. The word they really harped on with Dynasty was making it a sandbox where gamers have the choice to make of it what they want. They seem to be delivering on that promise at just about every level. Now, the only drawback here so far is the crossplay. We know that's going to be coming sooner rather than later. Same thing happened with Madden. They made franchise mode wait a little bit. I think it's just the logistics of making sure that you're able to roll that out and have it work properly, because the last thing you want is crossplay and server issues causing issues to Dynasty, which would be a travesty. So I'm fine waiting a little bit longer for that if it means.
I'm sorry, running back, because I ain't been listening to him. I'm up about my current situation. Once you said something in Discord, I know you be panicking, but it's easy. Do it for the content. Runchy, thank you so much. All right. Let's keep it going.
Articles I'm going to be referencing will be linked in the description below for you to check out. So let's start with the basics here for Dynasty mode. It says you'll be able to go 30 years deep into Dynasty like the old games, and you will have the ability to have 32 user-controlled teams in both online and offline dynasties. The online Dynasty mode will not be available for crossplay, meaning you'll have to play with folks with the same console.
Chat, how many years have y'all been in Dynasty mode? I think if I had to guess, I don't know the exact number because it was so long ago. I think I probably did like 15 years or something like that. I've never did the whole 30 years. That's crazy. On my own, probably 10. A whole lot of sim. No, honestly, I did 15 years of like playing all of the games too. Like when I be doing Dynasty, I don't be simming, but maybe I might adopt simming more and seeing how my team perform. Damn, you was a game, bro. I love that game, bro. Real. But and then when I started it from the University of Idaho, I turned them up. And I think I left. I don't remember where I left to though. I left in the dust though. It was hard getting recruits up there. Oh my God, Idaho suck. I'm doing Idaho right now. Man, they suck. It took me like 3 years just to get him off the floor.
At least for the first iteration of the game. They also brought back the ability to start your career as an offensive.
Turn them up equals fired. Y'all some whole ass.
Or defensive coordinator as well as a head coach. The word they really harped on with Dynasty was making it a sandbox where gamers have the choice to make of it what they want. They seem to be delivering on that promise at just about every level. Now, the only drawback here so far is the crossplay. We know that's going to be coming sooner rather than later. Whatever. Same thing happened with Madden. They made franchise mode wait a little bit. I think it's just the logistics of making sure that you're able to roll that out and have it work properly, because the last thing you want is crossplay and server issues causing issues to Dynasty, which would be a travesty. So I'm fine waiting a little bit longer for that if it means the game is better. Custom conferences. Custom conferences are back, but with more depth than ever before. Not only can you move teams around, but you can change conference rules and create custom protected opponents. This means if you want the SEC to go to 9 conference games each season, with the conference championship game being played at the top ranked team's home stadium rather than at a neutral site, you can do that. Custom schedules are also back, but your conference games are still locked on your schedule each year and you cannot move them around. The reasoning is because the game uses the actual schedule rotations provided by the conferences going into the future, and their goal is to provide as authentic as an experience as possible. They also went deeper to ensure annual matchups fall to the correct date, so rivalries are going to be on the week they've played every year in real life. The schedules will also feature every non-conference game already agreed to, which means those games we laugh about being scheduled in 2032 will be in the.
What you laughing so hard for while we watching Eric Rayweather? Are you laughing at me eating Cheez-Its and chicken? Is that funny? Yes. Get this nigga out of my stream, y'all.
Game when you get to that.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a trash meal. Real. That's some fucked up shit. Next time, I'm putting my food upstairs or something. Like, cause these niggas. Well, I said leave me some. I ain't mean not a sample, nigga. But let's keep it going.
Point of your dynasty. Week 0 is also in the game, but they do not have licensing for the stadium in Dublin, Ireland, so games scheduled there will be at a different neutral site location in the game. Kickoff games are a part of the game and are licensed, but will be scheduled by the CPU, so you cannot put UMass in the Duke's Mayo kickoff game, sadly. So that's pretty good to know. You can do the custom conferences and schedules. You can move around certain opponents and schedule certain opponents. Only the ones that kind of have to be locked are locked, and they're played on the weeks that make sense for more immersion, which I think is a good way to go about it. Team Builder. You will be able to import teams you create from the Team Builder website into Dynasty mode and play as the school you created. You can design uniforms, helmets, and fields to import into the game. You'll be able to download created schools made by others if you want a custom option but aren't big into graphic design. Full details on Team Builder will be arriving later this summer. I mean, I believe this is going to be similar to how it was in NCAA 14, maybe a little bit deeper, but even if it's...
Make it deep, make Team Builder deeper, please, because in Team Builder, you only got 2 uniforms, I believe. Home and away. Please. Make it complete customizable. Make the stadium customization really nice. And I can use that to get around the FCS not being in the game, because I'll put the most important teams in. But please, give us a decent amount of jerseys. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that, bro.
The exact same. To me, that's good enough. We'll find out a lot more about it later on, but just the fact that it's in the game for me is enough. That's a huge W. Coaching, skill trees, and archetypes. When building out your coach, you will select one of 3 archetypes: motivator, recruiter, or tactician. Each of those will come with different strengths and weaknesses. With the 11 skill trees, each
Canada,
coach will gain attributes.
No, not in here. Like, yeah, they got colleges in Canada. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, put TSU Stadium in there. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, we forgot we play at $1 million stadium, nigga. Sorry, $1 billion. That's what you forgot. But let's keep it going. Yeah, nah, this is only like teams that's actually in the NCAA, so they wouldn't have no Canadian teams in that like that though.
Attributes in. You will
that'll kind of wild. Don't listen to them.
Not be able to max out all 3 skill trees in this version of the game, as it's a departure from NCAA 14 where you would max out your recruiting and then go max out your management skills. Instead, you'll have to figure out what's most important to you and build your coach accordingly, getting boosts in some areas but having weaknesses in others. The goal of the game at every level is to make sure the decisions you make throughout matter and have a lasting impact.
Okay.
Coaching carousel, staff hiring, and firing. The coaching carousel is back, and you'll get offers based on your reputation and performance, both as a coordinator and a head coach. A new wrinkle that many fans have wanted is the ability to hire and fire members of your staff.
Listen, to this 1-star school that I turned into a top 25 team, the moment that a Power 5 team or a Power 4 now offers me a job at your cook, I'm sorry. Nigga, you thought I was staying in Idaho for 5 years? I'm talking about our first winning season and they rank us. I'm out. All y'all players that I promised I was going to be there for y'all, I lied. Parents, I told y'all I was going to take care of your kids, I lied. I got to take care of me. I'm out of there. Sorry, y'all.
Coordinators will also have skill trees, which means you can choose to have coordinators that fill in the gaps in your skill tree as a head coach, giving you balance but not the big boost. Or you can hire like-minded coaches that will unlock the highest level boost in those areas.
Hold on, what is this link you put in the chat? Damn, nigga, I told you I was gonna watch the fan movie. I told you I was gonna, that nigga trying to make me watch that bitch now.
You'll also be able to fire members of your staff and go into the coaching carousel and either try to poach coaches from other schools or hire from a pool of free agent coaches. However, each coach will have a talent tree of players which you will be able to look at that are attached to them from either the recruiting process or playing for them. As such, if you fire a guy, just like in real life, you'll probably lose some players to the transfer portal. Now we're going to continue on with even more details for Dynasty and Road to Glory, but really quickly I do want to shout out today's sponsor, Underdog Fan.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even be gambling like that. I don't even gamble. Hey, I would love if Madden fixed the or EA fixed the offensive lineman body types. I just think they look ass. Is it just me? Like, look how 77 look. What's up with bro? Look how 79. The goddamn offensive lineman body types is fucked up. But W game.
Dynasty mode, the most important thing that absolutely has to be great in order for this mode to be great. Here are the basics. Each year will feature 4,000 prospects with 32 earning 5-star status. Pitch grades also return with 14 in total, including proximity to home, playing time, sending players to the NFL, and brand exposure. And many recruits will have deal breakers where they won't consider your school if you don't meet their required grade in certain areas. Athletes are back and can play 2 or 3 positions, and it will let you know what your team needs and positional needs are in the recruiting screen, as well as which players are risk of transferring. The transfer portal is also of the same screen, but won't open until the offseason. The recruiting process. There's a good bit more detail in recruiting compared to 14, as you'll assign hours to recruits. In the offseason, your recruiting hours and
let me tell y'all, bro, the people that never played this game, bro, you gonna be up late at night recruiting on this damn game, and you gonna find a 2-star athlete that when at one position he might be a 71. All of a sudden you put that nigga at cornerback, he's an 80, and you realize you gotta steal. You won't be able to believe it. You like, hold on, I didn't know you was that fucking good. And that motherfucker is gonna cook. Do not underrate the recruiting of 2-star and 3-star athletes. Unless EA changed the logic, you know what I'm saying? But also, fuck the stars. Recruit the athletes. Because you never know who you getting. You might not even know you need a quarterback until you get this dude on your team. You got a 77 overall quarterback with a 90 accuracy. That's your franchise right there. He gonna lead your program for the next 3 years.
Your transfer portal hours will be one and the same, once again forcing you to make decisions on where to focus your efforts. You'll also need to be cognizant of leaving roster spots open for portal guys. The early signing period also makes its debut in the game, with the portal opening after early signing day. The recruiting process will happen in stages, as will scouting. Gone is the ability to get a full scout on a guy in a week, as you won't be able to get a guy's skill tree until you bring him on an official visit. You'll have to stay above the cut line through the process, going from recruit locking in his top 10 to his top 8 to his top 5 and to top 3. You'll divide your allotment of recruiting hours across your recruiting board. The hours we saw on the screen were 55, but I don't have it confirmed if your recruiting hours to spend are dependent on your staff skill trees or not. Players will...
Damn. So, like, honestly, though, recruiting is fun. It's a part of the game. I fuck with it. But me personally, I got to get past, like, being, I get impatient. I be wanting to play. I be wanting to play other games. So some weeks I might bullshit the recruiting. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't even want to sit in cap. I be like, bro, I just played this last game. I'm excited to play another game. TikTok brain, nah, bro. Like listen, bro. The recruiting is nice, but at the end of the day, this gameplay.
Will again have things that are important to them with the 14 pitch grades, and those will impact how interested they are in your school. There will no longer be a way to manipulate recruiting logic to pull guys in that weren't interested by throwing points at them. If they value proximity to home most and you live in California, even if your Georgia Bulldogs are #1 in the nation, they won't be interested. Within that, it'll be much harder to rapidly build a smaller program into a national title contender. No longer will you spend 1 year.
I just recruit 2 weeks before the deadline, man. You ain't gonna get no good niggas. Damn. He said, fuck you.
With a small school and be able to bring in 4 stars and 5 stars like in 14. Those top recruits will not consider your school and have you locked out with deal breakers early on. Instead, you're going to have to truly build up the program.
They talking about you right there. They not considering your school.
over the years, building up those pitch grades to be able to land top tier talent, both in the portal and recruiting years down the line. Recruiting visits. Once a player locks in his top 5, you'll be able to bring him on for a visit, and you'll once again be able to design a recruit's visit to show him the things that matter to him or hide things you're not highly regarded in. What game you bring someone to will also matter this year, with the game's outcome, win or lose, impacting how well the visit goes. For example, if you bring a recruit to a game against number 2 Ohio State, a win will move you a lot closer to signing him than if you bring him to a UL Monroe game and win. On the
Fuck. Y'all don't know what it was like to bring 5 5-stars to watch me beat the shit out of Louisiana Tech. And they all, and maybe 3 of the 5 signed right after that ass whooping. Y'all niggas don't know, man. So now I gotta bring these niggas to a comp game, and I might lose on the road versus motherfucking Oklahoma State. Or versus Oregon. And now I lost my recruits. This is a little too realistic. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it, yo. Dropping 80 on FCS East. West. Absolutely. If it was an FCS team on there, I'd damn near bring the whole damn recruiting trail if they let me. Shit on them niggas.
flip side, a loss to a highly ranked team won't hurt you as much, but losing to a lesser school will likely tank your chances with that recruit. Transfer portal. The portal will open after early signing period and will be a part of the offseason process, so it's a shortened process compared to high school recruiting. The portal section is a tab you can toggle to from the recruiting page using L1/R1.
I'm gonna be honest, I damn near might take the Dion approach if I'm keeping it a buck. I might not recruit these high school niggas at all. I might just poach niggas from the portal. I just might. These niggas already been hooping. Get them in and out of here. Let's ball.
Service academies can use the portal unlike in real life, as can Clemson, which Dabo Swinney will surely not like. You will have to manage your off-season recruiting hours for both the portal and the remainder of your high school recruiting. Like in real life, players you were close to landing in high school recruiting will remember that when they enter the portal, and you're likely going to end up as one of their preferred destinations in the transfer portal. You can also encourage your own players to enter the portal to clear up your roster. They are also bringing back the off-season step of trying to persuade players not to go to the NFL or go into the transfer portal, with very low, moderate, high, very high chances of success in stopping a guy from leaving your school. Players will enter the portal based on a number of factors, most notably how you are holding up your end of the bargain with their deal breakers. For example, if you land a recruit based off of playing time and he doesn't play as a freshman, he's at risk to enter the portal. Throughout the year, it will let you know who is at risk for the portal, and it will be up to you whether you want to make adjustments to try to keep guys or continue the same plan and let a guy hit the portal. NIL.
I like that throughout the year, it lets you know who is in risk of going in the portal because you can make changes. I was kind of nervous that you would randomly have a fucking good player that just leaves for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at least I know something a little bit.
There is not NIL in Dynasty mode, and they have a pretty good reason for that. When developing the game, NIL was done by collectives and wasn't legally something coaches and schools controlled. Beyond that, given how quickly things changed with NIL, they didn't want to put something in the game that was outdated.
Trey, whatever you do, do not use the bathroom in your dream. You will piss yourself. I made that mistake last night. Boy, get your piss ass out here and go do something about that. That nigga pissed himself. Say, nigga, how old you is, nigga? You ain't been learning that? nigga pissy. Boy, I learned that early. I was like, nah, I ain't used it up in here. I ain't do it.
As quickly as it was built, that point got him.
Nigga need a diaper.
Forced when the NCAA settlement to allow schools.
17. You 17 pissing on yourself, bro? I just know you not. I found the glitch. I don't pee on myself no more. I can dream pee. Y'all, this nigga found a glitch to pee in his dreams. This nigga is finding dream glitches. That nigga said, I found a glitch. Hey, say nigga, you need to stop whatever the fuck you doing. This nigga done brought glitches from video games to real life. Stop, bro. I'm really him. All right. W glitch. Pissy ass glitch.
Schools to pay players came down a few hours after our presentation. So in the future, NIL will likely make its way in once that's something schools do, but for the first year, it will not, and the reasoning is solid.
He not lying, the piss glitch still works. Hasn't been patched. The moment they patch you niggas, Chicago niggas starting piss glitches. It is two Chicago niggas doing a piss glitch. Hey, bro. And the moment that shit get patched, they gonna build themselves. Oh my God, bro.
Also, I was told not to expect there to ever be a way to commit financial crimes or do grimy stuff in the game, as it's rated E game, and they're not changing that.
Come on there, Eric Wayworther. We know that. Who the fuck you thought they was gonna give you a way to do some backdoor shit? Especially the first year, nigga. Why you ask this shit? This nigga think he playing Blitz.
Now that was confusing because I was
fuck.
under the impression that NIL was a part of the game in some way. Maybe I misunderstood.
Wait a minute. What the hell we missed?
Plan and let a guy hit the portal. NIL. There is not NIL in Dynasty mode, and they have a pretty good reason for that. When developing.
So I can't give Hellcats? So I can't give out Camaros if I'm the Navy? How the fuck am I gonna pick the Navy or the Air Force and I can't give a Camaro? This game is not fucking real. It's fucking fake. No, nigga. Fake as fuck.
The game, NIL was done by collectives and wasn't legally something coaches and schools controlled. Beyond that, given how quickly things changed with NIL, they didn't want to put something in the game that was outdated as quickly as it was built. That point got enforced when the NCAA settlement to allow schools to pay players came down a few hours after our presentation. So in the future, NIL will likely make its way in once that's something schools do, but for the first year, it will not, and the reasoning is solid. Also, I was told not to expect there to ever be a way to commit financial crimes or do grimy stuff in the game, as it's rated E game, and they're not changing that. Now that was confusing because I was under the impression that NIL was a part of the game in some way. Maybe I misunderstood things. Maybe this is more of a future thing because NIL is something that is very fluid right now. No one really knows how it's all going to work out. Rules are constantly changing. We don't know what regulations are going to eventually be put in place, so probably best not to touch it.
All players on my team, I need 5% of your NIL deals, or you can leave now.
Yet. Player editing. One thing that was made clear is that you will be very limited with what you can do in terms of editing players compared to the old NCAA football franchise, but for good reason, because the players in this year's game are actually the guys that are on rosters. You won't be able to make considerable edits to them beyond team builder mode. It's a small price to pay to have the game.
Extortion, greedy ass coach. I'm out. We don't need you here at this institution. Bye, nigga. See, I knew you was in it for the money. I knew y'all was in it for the money. I just tested y'all. All I really want is 2%. That's 2%. That ain't nothing to a rich nigga like you.
You won't be able to make good reason, because the players in this year's game are actually the guys that are on rosters. You won't be able to make considerable edits to them beyond players in terms of to touch it just yet. Player editing. One thing that was made clear is that you will be very limited with what you can do in terms of editing players compared to the old NCAA football franchise, but for good reason, because the players in this year's game are actually the guys that are on rosters. You won't be able to make considerable edits to them beyond team builder mode. It's a small price to pay to have the game back with actual players in it. And here's the last big one here.
Now, hold on now. Now, I understand that player editing, they got official players, but I still want to be able to change the accessories. I think they're going to be able to do that. It ain't much more that I need to change. Just accessories. I don't need to change their names or nothing like that, or height or nothing. As long as I can change accessories and ratings, I'm good. I'm good. You can change drip. Oh, I'm good. I'm good on that. You a Everest coach, nigga. I see DC ass coach. Nigga, I don't know who the fuck you talking about. Cause nigga, when me and my program come and beat the shit out of you in Boston College, Don't try to shake my hand after the game, nigga. Remember all this bullshit you talking in the chat. We gonna beat Boston College by 89 motherfucking points, nigga. And don't shake my hand, nigga. Bishop Sycamore. Better get that shit up out of here, bro. Now, let's do this.
It's a small price to pay to have the game back with actual players in it. And here's the last big one here. No exporting draft classes. It says, I forgot to add this initially, but you will not be able to export draft classes to Madden. That is because the players in the game are actual college football players, and the licensing deals for EA College Football and Madden are totally separate.
I don't understand how people didn't understand this and then, or was putting, like, people was like mad about this. Oh, that's an L, that's an L. What the fuck is wrong with you? They literally can't do that. They can't do that. The only workaround that I could think is if they just completely like take the niggas' names and shit and randomize their skin color and all of that shit and who they from and what school. But that's ass. And then also that opens up the door to another potential lawsuit, and we don't want our game to go away. A small price to pay. They trying to find something to be mad at? Absolutely. I agree, Jay Wood, because this was crazy.
Madden deals through the NFLPA, and active players in college football won't have signed there. This is one of the small prices to pay to have the game back with real players, and no, once you get 6 years deep into a dynasty, that doesn't change that, yet at least. So this is something that's a bummer, but it is just simply a legal thing. With there being real licensed players now, these guys are not licensed to.
I understand, like, once you get 6 years deep, like, once you're 6 years into the game, all of the licensed players are officially gone. So why not then? I kind of can understand why you would want it then, but just give it up, bro. Just give it up.
Be in the NFL, they're not under the NFL.
So we might get it in the future. I honestly, I really don't think that we will. UT got DB room. I'm in the portal. Yeah, we got room. If you got 2% of your NIL available.
NFLPA, because they're not yet in the NFL, so you can't legally transfer them there. Whereas in the old games, there technically wasn't real player likeness in the game. Yes, there were real numbers and stuff like that.
Man, let's work. See, I knew I could fuck with you. I knew I could fuck with you, bro. Go get your jersey number, man. Hey, go get your motherfucking jersey. See, that's a player that want to make the fucking league. That's a player that could have been Longhorns. No. That's a player that want to be something.
But we would go in, edit the names, create these players. We were transferring our custom rosters technically over to Madden. These are real life rosters now, and they can't allow them to be transferred over to a game where they don't have the rights to use them. Now, maybe in the future, there's some legal hoops they could jump through to maybe make this happen. I don't know the logistics of it, but it's understandable why it's not there, because these are a total different set of rules and circumstances that they're forced to operate.
Nigga, you can get a Mazda. Trackhawk.
Under, and they can't just let you bring them over to a game where their rights are not licensed. Now let's jump over and briefly talk about Road to Glory. So something I've seen mentioned from multiple write-ups is it being
it's the greatest mode in the game. Talk to me. Now Dynasty is the mode with the most longevity, I understand. But boy, I'm telling you, in Road to Glory, I'm legitimately going to have a DB. Oh my God, I can't wait to make a DB. I might be mad. Please don't do that to me. I cannot wait to have a DB. Yeah, no high school. I understand that there's no high school in the game. I'm not really tripping off there for the most part. I miss it. I will miss it. But I do remember the older NCAAs didn't start with high school. They didn't. Like the PS2 versions of the game. And later in my NCAA 14 life, I got tired of doing those high school games. So I would go into college as like a one-star recruit because I just didn't want to keep going to the state games and all of that shit. So, but I do understand why everybody's feeling the way about it though. Like I get y'all. I'm with y'all. I understand y'all. But at the same time, I played NCAA so much, I got tired of high school and I don't mind it not being there. I kind of wish it was an option. If you want to skip it, you can skip it. If you want to play it, you can play it. L player, how you gonna tell me I'm an L player if I play my game? Hey, what are you talking about?
In kind of a 10 to 20 hour story mode. That's really not the impression I got. I know I can't really speak too much onto my impressions, but I kind of feel like that's a little bit misunderstood. This definitely, from all the stuff I've read and stuff I've come to learn, I don't think this is anything like long shot or face of the franchise. So I think story mode's the wrong way to word this. I think maybe what they meant was there's like 10 to 20 hours worth of extra content to play through off the field and stuff like that. I think it's just kind of misunderstood the way some people wrote this, but I definitely wouldn't classify this is a story mode. This is Road to Glory that you know from old college games, though there are some differences. There are a couple notable things that aren't there, like you can't play in high school, which I do think is an L, but I think it's one of those things that I don't think it's going to make the mode bad. I think the mode's going to have a lot of replayability based on the write-ups and the information that's out there. I think high school's probably one of those things that get added to the next game. I think you just get up to a point where you've been working on a game for 3 years. You're adding all these things from the ground up. You're not pulling from the old game. You're recreating all the assets and stadium.
Horns down. And nigga gonna put up. What? Get the fuck off our team.
And players and playbooks and adding gameplay features and building gameplay differently than Madden and adding all the stuff for Dynasty. Like, you run up to a point where you're 3 years in, people want the game to drop. There might be a thing or two that's not going to be there, and it's a matter of, well, do you want to not have the game for another year so that they can add a couple more things, or do you want to have the game now and say, you know, there may be a thing or two that's not there that you'll have to wait another year for? That's kind of where I'm at with it. I think Road to Glory not having high school is an L for this year. I think also the fact that you can only be a quarterback, running back, receiver, linebacker, and cornerback is a bit of an L, which
what?
That's kind of where I'm at with it. I think Road to Glory not having high school is an L for this year. I think also the fact that you can only be a quarterback, running back, receiver, linebacker, and cornerback is a bit of an L. Wish they would have added some more positions.
Garbage! Where's the cornerbacks? Where's the cornerbacks? Oh, don't do that. Bro, I legitimately made Road to Glory cornerbacks. He said cornerback? Wait, hold on. I'm tripping.
Well, do you want to not have the game for another year so that they can add a couple more things, or do you want to have the game now and say, you know, there may be a thing or two that's not there that you'll have to wait another year for? That's kind of where I'm at with it. I think Road to Glory not having high school is an L for this year. I think also the fact that you can only be a quarterback, running back, receiver, linebacker, and cornerback is a bit of an L. Wish they would have added some more.
Oh. Too bad. Where's the safety? And ain't no bullshit. No safety, no defensive line, but no tight end. I'm actually cool on tight end. I'm super cool on tight end, but like no goddamn safeties and no defensive line. I think it's ass. But bro, please improve the defensive line so we can make it so it can be a decent part of this mode. Like no MLB, no, they said linebackers. They said linebackers.
Where I'm at with it. I think Road to Glory not having high school.
All right, this is the last time so y'all can know what we playing. I want to be a center. Boy, you sick.
Is an L for this year. I think also the fact that you can only be a quarterback, running back, receiver, linebacker, and cornerback is a bit of an L. Wish they would have added some more positions there, as that is something that was true to the old Road to Glories, but I do expect that to come eventually. It says here, no longer will you start in high school, instead picking your level as a recruit at the beginning to determine how hard your grind will be getting playing time. 5-star starts at about a 79 overall, 4-star at a 75 overall, 3-star at a 70 overall, and 2-star at a 65 overall.
I think for my stream player, we might start at a 3-star or 4-star because I know how y'all niggas are. Y'all some fucking haters. Y'all gonna want me to start at a 2-star. I'm not being a 2-star. Rusty Jones is not a 2-star, all right? Now, but for my YouTube only playthrough, I do believe I'm gonna do 5-star. I think, honestly, YouTube only, I might go quarterback, to be completely honest with you. Get my quarterback up out of the way. And then for stream, I'm going to have fun playing running back. Yeah, that might be it. Kumingas. Oh, God, I want to bring Kumingas back. Wait a minute. I don't want to play as Kumingas. I think we're okay. I think we're okay with Kumingas, gang. All right. Man, you a 2-star. But fuck you. Man, be a DB. I'm down to play DB, but I think I might do cornerback off stream, like on my own type shit. Like, and I know I can't, it's only so much I can do on this game. There's a lot of shit that I want to do, but I gotta limit to what we're going to do, because eventually niggas gonna want to see me play Dynasty. And I can't have 3 Road to Glories and try to satisfy 3 Road to Glory players and still be trying to do Dynasty too. Honestly, to tell you the truth, chat, we might have to make somewhat of a stream schedule. Like, for example, Mondays is Road to Glory days, fucking Tuesdays is Dynasty days. Like, we might have to make a schedule as far as what we gonna do, because we gonna be fucking scatterbrained, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. Be a DB, Jonathan Joseph. If you don't get that shit out of here, don't even do that. What you mean, Runchy? He finally stopped being a part-timer. Yes, sir, that's cap. Trey, who's winning old up twerk off? Harriet Tubman or Rosa? Get that time that motherfucker out, play with my ancestors. Harriet, time out Colin as well. The first 3 people are getting timed out. I need him timed out, Colin timed out, and then also I need King timed out. Thank you so much, mods. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, mods. I really appreciate that. Thank you. W mod, Runchy, W mod. All right. You know, Runchy, you forgot about King. I'll get him. All right. But, yeah, let's keep going.
Overall, if you choose to be a 2-star, you will have to really spend a lot of time in practice before you get onto the field. If you're a 5-star, you'll still have to win a position battle, more on that in a little bit, to get a starting spot. From there, you will pick things that are most important to you among the 14 pitch grades each school has, and you will get offers based on your star level and which schools align with what you deem most important. Once you're in school, you will not have a dorm room like the old games, but instead most of the mode will be done out of the main menu screen with different scenarios popping up on your phone throughout. You will manage your time each week and have to decide how to balance your schedule between 5 areas of focus: academics, leadership, health, training, and brand. How you choose to manage your time will determine everything from your eligibility to play. Yes, you can go academically ineligible, to whether you get to challenge for a starting job.
So what you mean? You trying to give me tests, nigga? Because I promise you, I will turn this shit into a real life simulator. I will get on motherfucking Quizlet. I'm Quizlet. Shout out to the dude that made Quizlet. When I get married, you're invited to the wedding. Yeah, you're never seeing the field. Quizlet the motherfucking go! That nigga's invited to my wedding. And he's going to be the reason why my player's going to the NFL. And Chegg, man, fuck Chegg. Hold on, I got a text message real quick. Chegg be sitting there acting like, hold on. Chegg be sitting there acting like they got answers and shit, but then all of a sudden you pay for it, and then Chegg ain't got the motherfucking answers. Chat GBT, nigga. When I graduated college, Chat GBT wasn't a thing. Now that don't sound bad right now, but damn, as time get past, nigga, I'm like, damn, nigga, you old. I just graduated college fucking, what, 2 years ago? What, no, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago? ChatGPT went out. Man, boy, you know how I would have cooked? Damn, I would have cooked. Shit. I know y'all niggas not feeling with ChatGPT. I know y'all niggas not feeling. Y'all niggas is dumb as hell. Oh my God, bro. But anyways, though, yeah, man, I wasn't fucking with that Chegg shit, bro. You buy that shit, all of a sudden, the answer sheet, nigga, they put the damn answer sheet on there with no answers. Oh, that shit had me hot, boy. It had me hot. The Brainly is garbage. They'll never get my money. Mathway, shout out to Mathway. That's my nigga, boy. Me and Mathway like these. We locked. But I didn't cheat in college, though. I was a good student. I was just seeing if the websites was like good as far as antiviral protection to make sure that other students wouldn't get the virus. So that's why I would go in there and make sure it was all right. But I did my work. All of my answers came from here. Real shit. But if I did cheat, Quizlet would have been a good website. Nigga diploma got an asterisk. Hold on, it's scrolled. My shit ain't got no asterisk next to it, nigga. Good for you, thank you.
Going too far in any direction means neglecting another, which has consequences. On the other hand, it's not simply a matter of balancing everything out, because that too will mean leaving things on the table. The primary goal of the mode is to make you make decisions that are not clearly black and white. As they explain, the goal was to create ethical gray areas with the various dynamic scenarios that will present themselves throughout the game. Even things that seem like a good choice may have negative consequences and vice versa. By doing so, they hope to make the story element really matter rather than the cutscenes you are just clicking through to get to the game. Academics. When they announced you had to maintain a GPA, many people laughed at the idea that you'd be taking tests. That is happily not the case. Instead, you simply have to allocate some hours to studying because there will be tests on your schedule, and if you are not prepared as indicated by the progress bar, you could fail and become academically ineligible. If that happens,
all right, because I ain't want to do what needs to be done. One way or another, I would have passed them tests. I know you sided relief, weren't you? No, I didn't. Because let me tell you what, you would have seen how I got down when it was time for a test. Y'all don't know that version of me. But I promise you, I would have passed that test. I would have passed that test.
You'll have to spend extra time with tutors, which will further set you back elsewhere. All the elements come with potential boosts to your skill trees, and academics figure to boost your mental abilities on the field. Leadership and position battles. Leadership is where you bank coaching trust points with how you get on the field. Allocating time here means getting in the film room and doing the necessary football work that's not on field drills to show your coach and teammates that you're committed. When you get enough coach trust and catch a teammate ahead of you on the depth chart, you'll trigger a position battle. The position battles bring back the glorious return of mini games, and you will have to win a best 2 out of 3 against your teammate in the mini game in order to earn a spot. A key element of this, your computer teammates are also always earning coaching trust, and if you start to struggle as a starter, they might catch you and force you.
Oh, that's hard. That's fucking tough. That's tough. But the mini games, it sounds like you're not going to do the typical NCAA 14 practice shit, and I'm fine with that. I promise you. Because when you were a DB doing the position battle, it was so garbage. It was so, nigga, I promise you, I legitimately could not become a starter my freshman year because I went to Georgia. And this is way before Georgia was fucking lit and everything. I just wanted to go to an SEC school that wasn't OP. I went to Georgia. Nigga, I could not become a fucking starter because every time I did the position battle, all they did, I'm so serious, was run the ball the opposite direction, and I couldn't get points in the position battle. They wouldn't throw the ball, and when they threw the ball, the quarterback kept throwing it fucking short. It was just garbage. I had to wait for the other nigga to graduate to be a starter. Hustle, nigga, if you don't get your motherfucking ass out here. So I don't mind this mini game shit as long as it's decent.
you into a position battle. This means winning the starting job is only the beginning, as you have to perform to keep it. Health. This is where the wear and tear system comes into play. Throughout the season, you will accrue wear and tear on different body parts by taking hits, and when you get too much in one spot, you'll start to lose attribute points for certain skills that are tied to those areas. You'll need to put some hours into recovery in order to stay healthy throughout the season, or else you'll risk getting hurt and missing time. Training. Training is practices and on-field work where you gain XP and you can boost your ratings and skill trees. The more time you spend here, the faster you'll see that overall rating rise. However, that could come at the expense of something else, and having a great overall won't help if you aren't able to be on the field for academic reasons, injuries, or lack of coaching trust. Brand. The final piece is the NIL portion of Road to Glory, where you can sign brand deals and get fans to boost your following. Now, this might seem like the least important thing and the easy section.
First university to give me a TRX I'm signing to. I don't give a fuck if I gotta go play in fucking Fresno State. Give me a TRX, I'm there.
To put off. However, each brand deal will come with in-game boost that will help you out, and boosting your following could be important for the portal. So NIL is in the game for Road to Glory, I guess, more so than it will be in Dynasty. Not in some of the ways NBA thought it would be, but it's definitely going to be there in terms of signing brand deals and things like that. Dynamic scenarios. Throughout the game, you'll be presented with various options, and you'll have to pick what to do, with consequences that could be both positive and negative at the same time. For example, you might be asked to do something with teammates instead of study, and that might earn some coaching trust in the leadership category. But if it means you were underprepared for an upcoming test, your GPA might drop and you could be in danger of becoming academically ineligible. These will pop up throughout your career, and the goal is to force you into some choices that aren't obvious with how you're balancing the 5 main areas, always needing to be on top of your mind. Game day. All the things you do during the week will impact you on the field on game day as well. Your mental and physical abilities will determine some in-game boosts, as will the aforementioned brand deals. Your coaching trust will determine play calling options, and for QBs, whether you can hot route or audible. Your health will also impact play calling. A banged up QB won't get the options called, and if you have piled up wear and tear and not done what's needed to get it down during the week,
I like that your AI coach is not going to call options. And also, this lets us know, I don't know if he mentioned this or maybe I missed it, we're not picking the plays. A banged up quarterback won't get options called. That means we keeping it true to what it used to be. I'm not picking the fucking plays. Thank goodness, my nigga. I'll play donos in a minute after this video. Thank goodness, gang. But I do hope that coach's trust is back in the game. Well, it is back. But it's to the point that if I'm a junior or a senior and I'm cooking, then I can call the plays later. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Even then, I would let an option for me to not to be able to call the plays. Like, I do not like calling the plays. It don't feel like I can go play now for that shit, bro. I can go play now for that, bro. But let's keep it going.
You'll be at risk of injury and have diminished stats. Redshirting. Like in real life, you can redshirt a year if you play 4 or fewer games. The game will automatically do that for you, meaning if you simply can't win the position battle to get on the field or get hurt year 1, you'll get that 5th year. You cannot demand a redshirt and refuse to play, but you can tank practices and games to try to drop out of position battle to do so if you really wanted. Transfer portal. The transfer portal will be available to you every offseason like in real life and will work like recruiting did in the beginning when you picked your first team. You'll get offers from teams that fit your preferences. I really enjoyed the one example they showed that was a guy that really cares about academics, so his top school was Vandy. The coaching carousel will also be happening in the offseason, so your coach might leave, which impacts coach trust with a new guy coming in, and you might choose to follow your old coach to his new school. Exporting the Madden.
Ooh, the coach trust shit. It's gonna be type annoying if I'm fucking with the school, but what if the new coach comes in and I can no longer flip plays? Because, you know, that's one of the things that you could do. Or I can no longer call plays with this new coach. So then you got to decide, okay, do I want to go with my other coach to Notre Dame? Or do I want to stay over here in Arkansas? I hope it's like that. That sounds fire. I fuck with it.
With a new guy coming in, and you might choose to follow your old coach to his new school. Exporting to Madden. Something that will be exciting for fans that get both college football and Madden is that you will be able to export your Road to Glory player to Superstar.
This is what we need. This is what we need. we can upgrade. We can upload our fucking players from Road to Glory to Madden. Now, EA, y'all spent all of this time developing this game. Please tell me that y'all niggas took time to improve the Madden Superstar mode. Please. Am I asking for too much, y'all? Am I asking for too fucking much? Fix the fucking Superstar mode. Stop making me call them fucking plays. Fucking trash. Thank you.
Mode in Madden. That means you have the opportunity to go from recruit to NFL legend across 2 games and could spend 20 years with your Road to Glory player instead of just 4. So unlike the draft classes for Dynasty, there's no restrictions here because this is your own created player, so you will be able to bring him to...
Wait, so there's exporting Madden? Yes. Matt, you can upload your Road to Glory player. Not nobody else, just your Road to Glory player to Madden. To the new Madden 25. But you can't upload your Dynasty shits up there. Oh, you saying, no, I'm saying gameplay-wise? What do you mean? I'm not understanding what you're saying. Maybe I'm bugging the fuck out. Busty the Madden? Rusty the Madden, nigga.
To Madden. Like I said, I do think there's going to be a lot.
Can you do 2 years in dip? No. In college, you need at least 3 years of eligibility to leave. Sophomores can't leave in college. You got to be a junior.
Of replayability to this mode with all the off-field stuff that you have to manage with your player and how the gameplay affects things this year and how you have to monitor your players' wear and tear and stuff like that. I do think it is a bit of an L that we don't have high school or some of the other positions unlocked, but I really do not think that's going to hold back this mode from still being a lot of fun to play. And if you want to hear some of my personal hands-on experience playing the game early...
Yo, Eric, you held us down with great content, man, great discussions. I appreciate you, bro. Listen, I'm super excited for this game, chat. I don't think we have anything else coming out for this game until it releases, do we?